Welcome to episode 35. Men, women, children, beasts, animals, fish, worms. Not a big fan of worms, but welcome if you are there. There's some people out there who actually kind of look like a worm. Have you ever met someone who kind of looks like a worm? You're like, man, if you're an animal, you'd be a damn worm. That's some people, man. I've met some people who look like a dog, who look like a bird. I probably look like like an old dinosaur maybe, or there's got to be a Pokemon out there or something that looks like me. You know, I don't know. But anyways, welcome to episode 35. The title of this episode is Young, Wild, and Appendix Free. Man, do I got a story for all of y'all today. So happy belated Thanksgiving. It is now December 3rd, 2019, or December 2nd, actually. And it's pretty late at night. The past week I've been recovering from an appendix surgery. And before I get started with that, I want to apologize for my last episode, birthday special, episode 33, I believe. Not the one with Josh, but the one prior to that. I was a big hypocrite, and I said I hate people who complain, and then I went on to complain a whole 34 minutes. And to be honest with you, this podcast wasn't meant to complain to you. You know, complaining is, I think the reason why I do it is because it's a sense of getting people to laugh. And I love making people laugh. But I noticed that there's other ways to do it than complaining. And I apologize for everyone who listened all the way through it. Maybe you liked it. Maybe it was hilarious and you fucking thought it was funny. But I'm going to try to limit my complaining. That is like my early New Year's resolution, to kind of stop complaining a little bit. I don't want my image to be something where I complain a lot. I'm not saying I'm going to stop complaining forever, but I'm definitely going to try to limit it and be a little bit more positive. Because after the surgery and after things that happen, and we will soon get to, I realize complaining gets you absolutely nowhere. So anyone who complains, just realize it's not getting you anywhere. It might get you a little short-term laugh, and people don't like to hang around people who complain. And for me to sit here and say I don't like people who complain is not cool. Anyways, we're now on episode 35. That is a couple episodes behind us, and we are here with the salmon tie, man. You know, being a native dude, you know, going back home on the res, and you can't dress up. Because as soon as you dress up, people come up to you, man. Who you trying to impress looking all dressed up? You running for council? You know, and then you get, fuck, man. Are you just fucking missing her? You going to show up at her house today? You going to walk by all slow? You got to go where she works? And you get it all, man, when you dress up on the res, man. You wear a sweater on the vest. People are like, what? What was he going to pick up his cousin out of the bail bonds? Or what's he doing here? You going to the bank today? Man, you know, I love that. You know, it's just every native teases anyone. You know, you go back home and you have, say it's wintertime, right? And you're like, all right, yeah, I put my gloves on. This guy got gloves. Like, people just making fun of you for being prepared. Like, you know, you go into the fourth grade and people are like, oh yeah, I got all my pencils. Like, this guy, look, he's got the waterproof markers. You know, like, man, I got my crayon. Like, you get roasted for anything. You'd be roasted for having, man, this guy made it home on time. Like, I don't know. You just get made fun of for anything. And that's just a funny thing. I love that about being over there. And anything, I swear I have conversations with people back home. And I don't even think I'm having a conversation. I feel like I'm just getting roasted and I'm roasting them. It's like, dude, you know who you honestly kind of look like? Or look at your cousin over there. Hey. Oh, that's your auntie over there. Hey. Or, you know, you get that, all kind of stuff. Oh, look at that. That's Dom's team over there. Look at her. Oh, man, I love those times. So, let's get to the story. Let's see what happened. So, last Wednesday, so the day before Thanksgiving, I went and got my appendix surgery. And for those of you who listened about episode 22, I had a perforated appendix, and basically what that means is your appendix is kind of like enlarged, and your appendix, if you were to stand up and, you know, if you're feeling your body from your right nipple, right? So you have your your hand on your right nipple and you go down all the way a little bit below, right above your hip bone on your right side. It's like located right around there. And it's like a little thing. It's really little. It's like probably as big as like a earthworm you'd see on the street, like a thick one, I'd say, though, like peach emoji, THICC thick. And so that enlarged and all that happened, and then I got out, antibiotics fixed me, and then I was all fine, and then come back to Pullman, and then things acted up again, and then, well, things subsided, and I was fine. And then throughout the past 2.5 months, it's always been kind of there. I felt it, and it's like it was kind of like in the back of my mind all the time. Like even when I'd exert myself lifting, I got to be careful, and that sucks. It's like if you were to go on a date with someone and their mom was behind you the whole time, like you can't hold their hand or nothing. So I had this in my back of my mind, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get this taken out. So I get it taken out at Providence Hospital. And shout out to them. They have great people there. And shout out to all my family members who reached out and helped out and seen. And prayers to all my other family members that are in the hospital right now or who are going through it. But, yeah, so I get that done and get my surgery. And I go in there and they stick the IV in my left arm. And I sit there for 45 minutes to prep. So they got to get me hydrated and everything. I wasn't allowed to eat the day before. I found out that the reason they do that and they tell you not to eat, like you wouldn't die or anything, you just shit yourself. They don't want you to like shit yourself while you're getting work done. So I learned that. So yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? So then going into it, I get to say, all right, Mom, I'm out. And, my mom comes in, she says, all right, good luck. And the movie thing when you're looking up and the lights are like going, and I was like, man, this is like the movies, And they're all, yeah, probably hearing it. And probably hear that every time someone goes in. And they put me on this steel table, and I was like, oh, scared of the steel table because I was like, damn, it's gonna be cold. That was my biggest worry about going into surgery was the steel table being cold, and that's a good worry to have. I think. And so I get on the steel table. I still have this IV in me. I swear to gosh, I look to my left, I look to my right, and I was asleep. Like I don't even remember a thing. I wake up, and I felt fresher. Like my body felt fresher. Like it felt like a spring, like a mountain spring, like that just spurted and was like, "Yo, we're back," And I was on oxycodone and anesthesia, recovering from that. Dude, I was up, but I couldn't keep my eyes open. So I was like, "This, have you ever been that fucked up where you're like, you can't even have your eyes open?" So I get wheeled out. My mom's like, do you want your phone? And I said yes. And I called like 30 people. And I was like, yo, what up? Just got my shit done. And half the people didn't answer, and thank God. I remember calling some people, but I don't remember what I said. And I don't think I said anything dumb. But, and then there's some group chats I was saying some crazy shit in. And that's the most fucked up I've ever been. I've never been intoxicated or high, but I've definitely been high off that kind of stuff. And I get home, and I was super upset that my doctor called me a lightweight. He's all, yeah, he's kind of a lightweight. And I went home, and I was outraged by that. Like, I was like, the doctor called me a lightweight. I'm not a boxer. I was like just going off, like not angry, but just kind of yelling at my phone, not anyone else. And then, all of a sudden my mom's like, I'm going to take your phone. And my mom took my phone because she's like, I don't want you to say anything. And in like 10 minutes I was fine. But I was talking to like, single girls hit me up. I was a mess, dude. I was just saying random stuff. And man, I feel better though. So, they did 3 incisions. So one on the butt, like on the bottom of my belly button, one to the left of it, and one on the bottom, like right above the underwear line, kind of. So it kind of sucks when you're putting that shit on. So I gotta wear sweats and stuff for the next week, even though I wore pants today. But it's kind of uncomfortable to wear anything but sweats. So I got these New Balance sweats. Those hey Kawhi Leonards. The New Balance. So, I spent that, laid down for Thanksgiving. Some of my family members are in the hospital. family went and checked on them. They're doing great. Great news. But yeah, Thanksgiving was good this year, and me and my family, it's just Thanksgiving's always a little different to us a little bit, We don't really we're in this weird hoopla. We don't really celebrate it, but we do love to get together and have family time at least, And my big family, my auntie and my uncle, they had a big dinner and we weren't able to go, and I was really upset because I couldn't even get up. But anyways, fast forward to that, my mom's got a new place. It's really nice. And I come back to Pullman. I have to come back and go to school, so that's where I'm at here now. And I get here. My mom drove me because I'm not allowed to drive on the narcotics or whatever they gave me. They gave me oxycodone, acetaminophen, so basically Advil and stool softener stuff. And I get here, and my stomach started hurting. I haven't shat in probably 5 days from that, since yesterday I did. But that kind of ruined the story. I try to go to sleep, and I can't sleep. So my left leg started going numb. And it was the weirdest feeling, and I was like, okay, what's going on with me? So then I started not being able to feel my right hand, and my face was gray. It hurt to I tried everything to take a shit. I went to Walmart to get an apple, prune juice, drank a whole bunch of water, and that didn't even help. So I feel like I made it worse. I clogged my stomach up more. I felt like I was gonna throw up as well. So I called my auntie and I said, hey, I think I'm about to go to the ER because I have no idea. I know she's always up at 4 a.m, so I called her. And she's like, you need to get to the ER as fast as possible. So I went there, and things happened. Let's just say they flushed out my stomach. And not in a fun way, I should say. Let's just keep that simple. Okay, what they did is an enema or whatever the fuck that is. It's basically what it is they put something up your ass to fucking help you. I know it's a little TMI. There. But, yeah, so I'm healthy, though. And the doctor said if I wouldn't have gone in, if I would have waited another day, I could have been in very serious, hurt. And so basically what happened is my insides were petrifying because they've been in there so long. They were hardening, and my body couldn't push them through, and that happens with narcotic kind of stuff. So if you guys ever take narcotics, be known that you probably will get constipated, and make sure you drink a lot of water and fiber when you're on narcotics. And that wasn't something I was really doing. I wasn't even hungry because I had fucking 5 days worth of fucking shit in me, dude. I was full of shit. When you say, dude, you're fucking full of shit, shut up. I was actually full of shit. And I, so that happened, and I went to the bathroom, and then I was worried it wasn't going to work, and then it worked, and then, wow, I felt like $1 million. I told my nurse, I was like, hey, bring it in. I had to hug him after that, man. I was like, I was scared. Hug him after, helping me out. Man, that was my guy for that. Shout out to Pullman Regional Hospital for that. Great people there. It's my 3rd time there this year. Wow. That's I've been there a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of things to be thankful for, and I'm definitely thankful that I was able to come out of that in a healthier way. At a point, there was a point where I'm like, dude, I could be seriously hurting myself right here. And that was not the case at all. So right now, I have some questions right here I want to get to. Let me open these up. Okay, this one comes from. Okay, God, I typed these out this time, so they're a little different. This one comes from Hannah G. I don't think it's the Hannah G. I think it is, but if it is, what's up? She said, "What are you most proud of right now?" If I were to say what I'm most proud of right now is I have like three things, and obviously every time this kind of question will come up, I'm gonna say my family. Every time, regardless, it's just the tight knit family we have, and just regardless of what's going on, and regardless if we don't talk every day, I know regardless if I show up to their house, it's always gonna be, how you been, how you doing, how are we gonna make us better, and how you gonna make yourself better. So shout out to my family who's watching this, and they're always supporting. Next, I'd go. My Baltimore Ravens are doing great, man. That's some good stuff to watch. Lamar Jackson's tearing it up this year. I'm so happy we're doing great. I love that. I love my closet right now. I got a lot of cool jackets and a lot of cool clothes. I'm really proud of my style I got going right now. Really proud of my little bro, my cousins. I don't want to say their names on here. They're all doing great things, and everyone's has their hurdle they're going over right now, and everyone's looks like they're winning their race, and that's really cool to see. It's really inspiring, and I just can't wait to see what we're all like in next year, and the next year, even the next time I see them, after break, and I'm thankful for good health, and that's for sure. I'm in a lot better mood right now, and a little more chill, definitely. But I'm in a good place right now, and I'm slowly eliminating things that don't need to be in my life, and that are stressing me out. And wow, my life has been way better. And I feel like life kind of gave me a humble pie pill through that again. Like, I always have this humble pie pill after surgery or after something major like that, or after someone goes through something. And it's kind of nice, in the heat of the moment. It sucks. Like earlier, I had to clean my room, and it was the dirtiest I've ever seen my room ever. And I was like, I just want to lay down and go to bed. And I was like, you know what? I could lay down and go to bed and just push this off and not do anything, or I could just do it now, get it over with, record this episode, feel good about it, do some edits, and then boom, I'm good, and I feel good about myself. So why don't I do the option that makes me feel better? And I need to drink some water, so I'm gonna take this drink of water real quick. Damn, hopefully you guys didn't hear that swallow. That's kind of a gulp there. Big gulps. You guys ever have one of those? 7-Eleven, big gulps, slushies. I was a big slushy guy as a kid. But I was one of those guys who would just get one flavor slushy. Actually, maybe two tops. I'd get the blue, and then I'd get like a red top, or maybe a red and a blue top. I would never go more than 3 ever. I would never go more than 2. And if the proportions weren't 80, so yeah, definitely 1 color or 2 colors max in slushies. I've met some people who go 1, 2, 3, 4. They get every flavor, and that's you, man. It's all sugar. But I had to just stay consistent. Like if I'm feeling a mountain berry or a raging cherry kind of day, man, I got to go with the cherry. I think the cherry one I went with a lot more because I like the color red, hence the color of this podcast, and the color of my phone, and my favorite color, the color of this mic I'm wearing. I really love the color red. If you guys ever want to get me anything, if it's red, I will most likely like it. I just got this new sick Thriller jacket, or this jacket at Macy's, and it's red. It's super cool. I love it. It's super cool. I got this other jacket too. It's like a hooded cashmere one. Defines the muscles a little bit. That's super cool too. But there's a lot going on. I got finals coming on, and some opportunities possibly some places out of state, and that's fantastic. It's cool to see a body of work in something. We're approaching a year. I was able to make a year montage of all the clips that I had, and I used like the Oldie Old Future song and some clips of people who've been on the show. And wow, it feels cool to be like, wow, I had laughs with these type of people, and there's even more people I want to bring on to talk about that. I have a person who his name is Amaje, and he runs Big Mood Radio, and he has some great playlists and great songs that I listen to a lot. And dude, I put in some serious time into these, and they're well put together. He's got a lot more than just playlists going on, by the way, too. But shout out to him and everything he's doing with music, because I'm a huge music guy, and it's even cooler to see someone who's just into it and knows what songs go with this and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys have not checked out Big Mood Co., Big Mood Radio, go check them out, or check him out, and you guys will not regret it. If you guys like old R&B, old rap, all that kind of stuff, because I know a lot of people like that kind of stuff, go check it out. But yeah, he didn't pay me to say this or anything like that. He's just, I respect creators who do things, and I know he respects me. So, we're both Cougs, by the way, too. So, go Cougs in that aspect. But yeah, I got this watch too. Check that out. For my audio viewers, sorry, it's if I were to describe it, it looks black, has a black wrist, has like a silver belt buckle thing or wrist buckle. I think I set the time, but clocks or watches right now. I have 3 watches, and one of them I don't even have the time set. It's just accessory, But it does help me, so I don't have to pull up my phone, and that's one thing I really do like about having the watch on your wrist. You don't got to pull out your phone and look, and then all of a sudden you're on Snapchat, and then you're on Instagram, then you're looking at the girl you're missing, and then you're sitting there like, damn, all sad. See, like that totally erased 5 minutes of butt hurtness. That's what you gotta, choose things that are gonna make you less butt hurt. When someone says, "Let's go to the mall," and you're like, man, the person I used to like works there. And then someone else asks you, hey, do you want to go play basketball? Go play basketball. Or just fucking woman up or man up and just go to the mall and don't even think about them. Don't walk by Oshkosh Bagosh if they work at Oshkosh Bagosh. Or don't walk by Build-A-Bear. Anyone else Build-A-Bear? I Build-A-Bear a couple times. My mom would bring me and my brother, and man, I love that shit. I loved Legos as a kid too, but I didn't like cleaning up after them. That was the one thing I loved Legos, but I just didn't like cleaning them. I would love setting them all up, and I would just, man, I gotta clean it up. And I didn't really have a display case to put them in. If you got a display case to put in your Legos, perfect. My cousin, he builds Lego stuff, man. He's fucking good. And then my auntie helps him, and they get some cool stuff done. Man, I look at those Legos, they're light years ahead of what I was doing. I was doing just building random stuff, and I was building little cubes, little Lego guys, nothing really extravagant, but they're building Rome, and I'm building the well. I loved Legos as a kid. To be honest with you, I've thought about starting another podcast, when I was young. That'd be a kind of cool name, When I Was Young podcast, and just talk about things about when I was young. But I don't want to be stuck in the past, I don't want to always be talking about when I was young, because there's so many great things that are going on in the present, And there's that. I've been trying to save money and all that, but I've been in this case of I want to enjoy the present too, and not always put stuff forward for the future and sacrifice time in the present, because honestly, tomorrow isn't promised. And I'm not saying I'm trying to drop off all future goals or all anything like that, but when it comes to money, I'm like, hey, why don't I go to this concert instead of waiting till the next time they come around? Or why don't I buy that game that I want to play instead of waiting, because I know I won't. But I am holding off on getting a Nintendo Switch right now. I really want to play that new Pokemon game and the new Smash Bros. That's fun too. But I got finals this week, so I kind of, if I get a Switch, I kind of want to treat myself and then get it. So I think that's a smarter idea. Get my shit done. After you're done, then we can get a Switch. And if you still want it, then we'll get it. And I'm just at a really great place in life right now, and I really I know it doesn't really sound like it in my voice. I know if it's kind of like I told you, I'm on a chill pill, super relaxed, super just chill. And I love being a trailblazer, man. Just kind of, just being a kind of dude, just hangs out. Just everyone's like, oh, hey, Dom, I love that kind of stuff. Chill. I used to always want to be the funny guy in the room, and now it's like I'd rather be the chill guy. And there's nothing wrong with either, but I can't change myself overnight. But I've definitely been trying to chill a little more. I got some new socks, some new underwear. That's the greatest feeling too. That's a really good feeling. But yeah, we only had one question today for the Dom Joseph podcast. But if I were to end off on anything, I'd want you guys to just, I know it's cliche, but just be thankful, like the Thanksgiving kind of stuff. You don't got to be thankful just that day. You could be thankful other days. And just like Valentine's Day, you don't have to wait till Valentine's Day to get your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your dog or whatever, your imaginary friend. You don't have to wait till that day to show them love, and you don't got to wait till Independence Day to show your independence. You don't got to wait till Christmas to be in a good mood or jolly mood. You don't got to be an Ebenezer Scrooge all damn year until jolly season comes around, Ebenezer, man, I'm just glad my name ain't Ebenezer Scrooge. That was, man. There's a lot of names I don't think I'd want to be, man. What name? I don't want to say a name because then people are going to get upset if I say their name, so let's not even go down that road. But yeah, man, the Dom Joseph podcast is back, episode 35. We're on episode Kevin Durant. Yeah, Kevin Durant, man, he's a great player. Wears number 35 for the Golden State Warriors. He's now on the Brooklyn Nets. Used to play for the Thunder and the Seattle Supersonics. 7-foot freak, former MVP. Made it to the championship, lost to the Miami Heat. Has 2 rings. Beat Cleveland. Good for him. But yeah, this has been episode 35. This has been 27 minutes and 25 seconds, and then about 800 milliseconds. I don't even know. I can't catch the milliseconds. If I were to pause the milliseconds at a certain time, that'd be great. But again, you guys can always find me at Dom Joseph Podcast on Instagram. On Twitter is DJP Podcast. Facebook, LinkedIn. Working on getting on Stitcher currently. Google Podcast. DomJosephPodcast.com. We have a .com now, so if you guys want to apply to be on the show, you guys can go there, or you guys can just always message me on Instagram, Twitter, anywhere. Talk to me in person. Yo, I got some shit I want to talk about. I got you. I got some good guests coming up, guys. But I've been digging the solo ones for right now, but I'm banking these interviews with people and these they're more of like just conversations. And I got some good people coming on, and I'm really, really proud and really I can't wait to share these conversations because there's some great people. I just want to give a shout out to IDGAF_creations. That is IDGAF_creations, and they are on Instagram. And what that is my friend Sandra created a custom embroidery shop, and that's on Instagram. And actually, she's a student expressing creativity, and it's a really strong thing to come out and express yourself in a creative way. And for her to come out and do it in an embroidery shop is amazing. So anything custom you guys need, like on shirts or anything like that, she could, as long as her machine can do it, she will get to you and let you know if she can. But it's a machine that can basically embroider onto things. And that's fucking badass. Like if you want a shirt that says your name on it, like say you want to walk around with I had a shirt one time that said Dom on it, and that was fucking dope. But if you can get that embroidered, she's the girl to hit up. And also all the funds go towards her PhD program that she plans on going to. So if you guys want to hit 2 birds with 1 stone and get something embroidered and help a student who is being creative and that is going into the PhD field, please go check out I Don't Give a Fuck Creations. I think that's what it stands for. IDGAF_creations on Instagram. For any questions regarding that, please go message them or message me if you guys cannot find the link to that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening and have a fantastic day.